Is up, everybody? Okay, so today we're going to go through Daz. If you new to Daz or if you old to Daz, whatever, there are thousands of assets that you need to navigate through and try and understand. And what do you buy? What don't you buy? It's all a big mess, to be honest. And the thing is, if you just keep buying and buying, you're landing up paying thousands of all this stuff. And just characters alone, there's thousands of them. So what do you buy? What don't you buy? My recommendation is that you buy a couple of diverse characters, okay? And I've got a set that I use. They're not necessarily the best, and there may be a million artists out there that make great ones, things that I don't even know about. But the ones that I use, I've put together, and just like a basic list of what a, what you can get to get the most out of it. Now, all you really need are a couple of characters along with a good morph pack. Now, we are focusing on Genesis 9 here. In all honesty, my favorite characters on Earth are the 8s, but we're focusing on 9 here. And here I've got like a cool set. Remember what you're looking for. You're looking for things that are modeled really beautifully. Now, here's my library. I mean, I've got a ton of stuff. Okay, so the first thing you need is Daz Essentials 9, right? And in there you can find cool things. You can find great things. You can find your characters, different skins, a whole bunch of cool things. Now, look, the biggest things you're looking for are skins and a way to create different characters. What skins allow you to do is allow you to create any character, right? Old people, young people, middle age, teens, whatever the hell you want. It's important that you get a good skins, and if you don't want to make them yourself, then you can buy a character. They usually come with their own skins, but what you want to try and do is you want to stay away from buying like 10 whatever white girls with all the same skin textures or whatever, or different ethnicities, whatever the hell it's called. You want to stay away from that because those skins are all the same. So look for diversity. Look for old skin, different color skins, different ethnics, male, female. Old would usually have like veins in these spots and stuff. Over here, a good. These are two good characters that I use. This Joan and Victoria 9. I love them both. Joan has a ton of incredible details in the model, and Victoria has great skins. So, usually I use Victoria's skins with the Joan model. It's really amazing. This dude, what's his name? Michael 9. Incredible detail in the body, man. They've done a good job on this model. His skin's incredible. It's a great one to have. I use it a lot. Santa, I like him because he's got details in the forehead. He's got wrinkles. He's got a good skin. He's a cool model. And then I've got this dude. I forgot his name. Lawrence. And he's great. He's modeled well. He's got veins on him. He looks pretty damn good. So here's a diverse. I wouldn't take Joan and what's her name, Victoria, one of them maybe. But this is a cool, diverse kind of starter. Then you can get to other ethnics and whatever, or you can build your own skins. Doesn't matter. But this, along with Vinmay Pack, you can create any human with the skin that would pretty much fit most. Okay. You could go into Photoshop and change a little bit of colors, whatever. This is Vinmay Morph Pack. This is the greatest pack that has ever been made. If you need a few characters and this pack, and you can create any character, humanoid. You can create any humanoid character. Like I said, male, female, teens, young, old, broken, whatever you want. There are hundreds of morphs in this thing. It's incredible. That is a French. All right. You could even create Margaret in this. If you just want to put every slider and just mess it up, you can get a big pile of shite, and that's Margaret. All right. Harry married it. All right. Didn't really marry it though, did he? All right. So that's what you need. Get a couple of good characters, and here I'm focusing on Gen 9. All right, we get it. I can focus on 8.1 or whatever if you want me to in the future. If you want those, let me know, because that I've got a great list on. But 9, get a couple of normal. There's Santa. There's I got a one by Feng, which is pretty good. And just to then you can get onto creatures. Look, man, if you're looking for creatures, I stick with now. These are very niche, right? If you buy a creature, it's niche. You use it for certain things. You wouldn't. Maybe you would use it. Maybe you need like to do a cartoon or whatever, and just use the same creature in millions of renders or movies or whatever. Then cool. But I use them very nichely. I use them like a once-off, and I adore Raw Art. Raw Art's one of my favorite artists when it comes to weird-looking creature types, things. They're awesome. Highly recommend him. Skillful artist. And there's a lot of artists out there, so it's not just it's what I know, right? This is another one. Herschel, what's his name? I think it's Herschel Hofmeyer. Sorry if I butchered that, but he's got cool things, man. Creatures, robot suits, dinosaurs. He's got incredible creatures and just off topic, non human characters, which I really like, man. But like I said, there's a lot of good artists out there. These are just the ones that I kind of use. And yeah, he's got some really cool things in here. Check them out. So if I buy those, but we're not focusing on these right now, we're focusing on humanoids, like just humans. Nice. And that's what I would recommend. Get yourself a good, diverse set. They look amazing. The first one's by Feng, like that old lady or whatever the hell her name is. I don't know what her name is. Eleanor. And Feng has gotten so strong lately with his models and stuff. I wasn't always impressed with the older ones, but I mean the latest stuff is really incredible. So check those out. And then we've got a couple of other ones, which is pretty cool. We've got Angela, which is the next one. Cool detail, great skin, good skin on this one, and that's the biggest reasons why I chose a lot of these. It's either the model is great, or the skin is great. So this is the one that I used Angela on. Loved her skin. She just looks so good, man. And that was pretty cool. This is Victoria. This is the one that I used Victoria with Vinway Pack. Changed her up a bit. Looked pretty damn cool. Or Joan. One of them. I don't know. Can't remember. All right. But yeah, these are the ones. Sorry, that was Joan. I think that's Joan that I used. No, it's Victoria, and this is another Victoria. So really cool things. Change them a little bit in VidMade. Do whatever you want to do. They look great. This dude's amazing. Michael 9. His skin is awesome. His details are really cool. They're wicked. Here's another one. That's him there with them fingers in the mouth. That's Ari trying to get away from Margaret, you see. That's Margaret in the background. So it is what it is. This is another one. This was a combination between, I think, Santa, which I made thinner using Vinmay, and Michael's skin, which is wicked. His skin is amazing. So look good. And that's Santa is pretty cool, man. He's got a great skin on him. He's got cool details on the actual model, which is pretty cool. Use him for whatever you want. And that's it. Look how good that skin looks. There's a lot of work I did on this, whatever. But generally, great model, cool skin, wicked. Yeah, works. Right. Alright, Jimmy. Alright. So, this is one of Raw Art's ones. So this is using one of his characters called Tortello or something. And I made a Ninja Turtle one from it. Once again, it's a niche thing. I use it at once off, and that's it. It's the end of the model for me. But I love it, and he makes great models. This is who is that then? Is that Joan or Victoria? Oh, this is Victoria. Yeah, in both. This is what's his face? The dude Michael. Michael with very enhanced things through Vinmay and whatever. So that's it. Oh, that was Santa. There's Santa. So, that's pretty much what I do. Get yourself you don't need a billion of them. A lot of them are not very good. Look for the good ones. These are good. These are the ones that I specifically use in Gen 9 a lot. I still use my Gen 8s, 8.1s a lot of the time. There's one or two of my favorite models of all time in Gen 8. But next time, let's start getting into the hair. It's not just the bodies, the characters. What about the hairs and the clothes? So we'll start getting into what clothes you should get, what hairs you should buy, so you don't repeat yourself a million times. There's easy ways of editing them in like Blender or ZBrush if you got it. But there's easy ways to make different types of hairs. So you don't need to buy every single hair type or clothes type or whatever. So let's start getting into what's good to buy in the clothes, the hairs, accessories, things like that. Hair for the character, like the beards and stuff, and just a couple of essentials that you need to get you going. And you can do pretty much 99% of everything. And the big one that I want to get into are the tools. The tools for 9. And these will rapidly change. And that's where VinMake kicks in as well. But a lot of other amazing tools that can add massive realism or massive details onto your characters. We'll get into my user list that I use, and we'll see what we can do there, Jimmy. Okay, look at that. Margaret will never see any character that looks like that, isn't it? Ari looks like a shriveled up cock. So, anyway, thanks for joining me. I hope this helps. Let me know if it does. If you want me to get into 8s as well. I hope you have a lovely weekend. Bye, guys.